Hi Cancer, here is your love reading for the month of April. I have already pre-shuffled and laid out your cards, so we're going to get straight into the reading. Now, the first card we have in the centre, which talks about the situation at the moment, we've got the Nine of Wands, which is reversed. Now, the Nine of Wands can have a couple of meanings. It can talk about how generally, and I know this is love now, but it can talk about how generally you may have felt below par. You may have felt, maybe you've been unwell, okay? It can talk about that. But it can as well talk about, in some respects, feeling slightly hesitant about making a long-term commitment with somebody. It has a very defensive feel to this card. Feeling on edge. Some might say even feeling slightly paranoid about something. But also the need here is to not make any hasty judgments or assumptions. But there's something here this month of April that has got you feeling on edge, or like I said, feeling very defensive. Now, what's crossing you? We've got the Hermit card, Major Arcana, and it's reversed. The Hermit card, it talks about the need to gain some inner knowledge now, okay? But for some of you, you may very well be, it can talk about being obstinate. It can talk about how you may very well be refusing to see that if there is a situation going on in a relationship for you, that you may have partly created that situation. If that's not the case, it talks about the need for you to try to gain some inner knowledge now. Trying to gain a perspective on things, a clearer perspective, because like I said, for some reason you're feeling on edge or paranoid or defensive about someone or something. And in order for you to gain a better perspective on that, you may very well need to go within to try to find the answers or try to gain some better knowledge. Now down here in the present, we've got a great card here. We've got the Ace of Cups. It deals with our feelings, emotions and love. It is upright, which is good, and the Ace is number one. It talks about new beginnings here. This cup is so full of water, which deals with love and feelings, that it's overspilling. So it can be talking about how if you're in a relationship, then there is a lot of love and feelings and positive emotion between you two. But although this may very well be the situation for you if you're in a relationship, for some reason, you're still feeling this defensiveness. It may just be that you are I don't want to say fearful, but hesitant, like I previously said, about making more of a commitment within this relationship, even though there may be a lot of love there between you both. But also, because it is an ace, it can talk about meeting somebody new. It can talk about new beginnings that are going to bring emotional fulfillment into your life. What I sometimes think with this card as well is that because the water is spilling out and it's talking about our feelings and emotions, it may very well be that you want to outpour your emotions to somebody. There may very well be somebody that you're either involved with or somebody in your environment that you may feel a lot of love for. And you may very well feel this strong emotional connection to them. And it may be that you're wanting to outpour all of those feelings towards that person. But for some reason, you're feeling defensive and on edge. Now, in your near past, we have the Queen of Wands here, which is reversed. So look, for some of you, we could very well be talking about how you may have been involved or still are involved with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It's not gender specific either in these general readings, okay? When the Queen of Wands is reversed, it can talk about jealousy. It can talk about deceit. It can also talk about somebody that is being very pushy, very domineering. It can talk about somebody that may be acting in a manipulative way. The fact that it's fire energy, it's a very passionate energy. But when the Queen of Wands is reversed, the negative side obviously comes through here, which, as I said, can talk about opposition. It can talk about jealousy. It can talk about deceit. The thing is, this person may very well still be having an effect on you now. If it's somebody you're still involved with, then yes, for sure. This could as well be talking about how you have felt. It could be touching on your own personality. That how you may have felt very jealous. It can also talk about the need to believe in yourself more, an element of feeling insecure. So it may be for some of you that you do have all these feelings for somebody and you want to literally, you know, pour out everything that you're feeling about this person, but we have this defensiveness there, and it may be that there's this lack of belief within yourself, or There's like an insecurity issue here. But these issues, if we're talking about you, may just be how you are viewing yourself. And if you had more faith and belief in yourself, then you may then be in a position when you can pour your heart out to the other person. Because when the Queen of Wands is reversed, she can be somebody that's very much on her guard. Somebody that can put a barrier up and almost close down. And like I said with that Hermit card, the need to gain some perspective here. Now, we've got another Court card up here. And this is in the best path to follow, or what you're hoping for. Now, we've got the Queen of Swords here, okay? And again, the Queen of Swords is reversed. The thing with the Queen of Swords when she's reversed, it can talk about somebody that is coming across cold-hearted. Maybe bitchy, can be again manipulative, but also can be extremely cutting and sarcastic with her words. So again, you know, this may very well be somebody that you are dealing with here. But also, when the Queen of Wands is reversed, in terms of energy, it talks about the need to be more assertive. It talks about the need for you to refocus your goals or your direction. I just feel for the majority of you that you're either in a relationship with somebody, or there is somebody in your environment that you're interested in, but for some reason you're feeling very hesitant about revealing how you truly feel. And you may very well need to be more assertive, but not in this cutting, sarcastic type of way. Now, your outcome card is the Three of Wands reversed. And because we had this card as the outcome, I did shuffle and pull a clarifying card. But we're going to talk about the Three of Wands first. When the Three of Wands is reversed, it talks literally about how your ships haven't come in. It's like that you've been waiting for something to happen. You've set your goals on something. And you've been waiting for it to come to you. But when it's reversed, it talks about a delay with that. Now, it can as well talk about a delay on your own personal development. It can talk about setbacks that are important for your own growth, as well as any relationship. It can also talk about communication problems here that can, in some respects, they cause issues and can delay any progress here. One of you definitely needs to speak up here. If the Ace of Cups is not talking about an outpouring of your emotions, then it's talking about the need for the other person to do that. Now, we've got another Swords card here. This time we've got the Knight of Swords, okay? So we've got the Queen and we've got the Knight. It is reversed. No, it's not reversed. Sorry, I was looking at the Queen then and getting muddled. It's upright, okay? The Knight of Swords, it can talk about there being obstacles and challenges maybe here. This knight, you know, he is literally charging in, okay, as though he's charging in for a battle. Because the Swords deals with our thoughts and our communication, it's talking about a verbal confrontation here. It can talk about two people arguing with each other, maybe cursing each other. I'm going to clarify that Knight of Swords to see why we've got that there. Okay, right, I had a jumper, which is the Seven of Wands. Again, the Seven of Wands, it talks about challenges. It talks about the need for perseverance. If you look at this man, you know, he's obviously been working at something, okay? The Wands is actions and it's passion. And you can see the look on his face. This, you know, it's like he's really struggling here. The thing with this card is if you can persevere, then it talks about how that prize can be yours. What you're working hard for can be yours. But you're going to need to persevere here. There's a need for you to gain a better perspective on things, because for some reason you are feeling very, very defensive here. Very much on edge. The fact that we have this Ace of Cups here, it talks about love. It talks about feelings and emotions. And I think it's very much talking about how you or the other person involved here is wanting to outpour exactly how they are feeling. As I said, we've got two court cards here as well as the Knight. You know, well, three actually with the Knight, I should say. But the two Queens are reversed. Now, I don't think that it's talking about two or three separate people here. I think we're dealing with one of those being your energy, and maybe the other one being the other person's energy. The Queen of Swords is air, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So some of you may be involved with an air sign. If you can persevere and get through this situation here with this Knight of Swords, that, as I said, it can talk about arguments between two people. But the Knight is a very quick moving knight. And he can very much charge into your life, but also charge out just as quickly. But I don't think it's talking about that. I think it's more representative here of there being some arguments or challenges. Now, I haven't even got anything really here that would indicate to me that there could be a third-party situation here, other than the fact that the Three of Wands is reversed. But in order for there to be some progress here, it may need you or the other person to, as I said, refocus, become more assertive, but not in this negative Queen of Swords manner. Maybe the communication does need to be more on the emotional level. The need to speak from the heart rather than the head. You're going to need to try to gain a perspective on things. And you're going to need to go within to find out why this defensive, on edge energy is there. That's there either for you or the person you're involved with. And there is going to be some obstacles here. There's going to be challenges that are going to need to be overcome, because there's going to be some delay here in terms of progress within this relationship. But I feel the delay is more to do with communication breakdown. If you can both talk to each other calmly rather than yelling and screaming at each other, then the challenges can be overcome. But it is going to require perseverance here. So, Cancer, that does bring this reading to an end. Again, I hope this reading resonates with somebody. Thank you so much for liking, sharing and subscribing. And I just want to say a massive thank you to all of my subscribers. I've now gone over the 10,000 mark. I'm so blown away by that, and I never expected to get one subscriber, let alone that amount. So thank you so much. And take care, and I'll be back again with your career reading. Thank you. Bye.